Welcome to Fun Fresh Footy with Pete and Ash. Hello and welcome back to Fun Fresh and Footy, the podcast with terrible tips, great yarns and absolutely zero editing. We're back here again on a sunny Saturday. Saturday podcasts are an absolute vibe, aren't they?
Well, they are.
For some people.
I'm just a bit dusty today and tired, so we'll see how it goes.
We seem to be keeping Peter up. I'm feeling alert, buzzing and whatnot. Obviously, Fun Fresh and Footy is brought to us each and every week by our great sponsors at Dr. V. Now, as we record, I've cracked myself one of these. So I don't think we've seen one of these on the show as of yet. It's called a brainstorm, and the name basically speaks for itself. It storms the brain. I'll quickly give you a little bit of a rundown about it. It boosts stamina, mental acuity, and memory, which is something that I struggle extremely. I have great difficulty in all that, so I should be injecting this stuff into my veins. It is wild lingonberry. So again, when we talked about the bendamenta in the past, we talk about the sea buckthornberry and the pine extract needles that are from Siberia. I bet you none of you guys have ever heard of a lingonberry. Well, I never had
I hadn't either
until today. So yeah, be better. Dr. V, obviously you can check out all their other drinks. I'm just trying one of these today because I thought I needed a bit of a brainstorm. And
it makes sense as to why I'm yawning so much and you're perky as ever.
This is actually delicious. The only issue is we just discussed off air. It has well, not in huge writing, but it's in medium-sized writing. It says Energizer, and I'm on night shift tonight, so I hope it doesn't like keep me awake for too long, but I hope it keeps me like ripping and tearing into however long this takes. But yeah, like if you want to check them out, head over to their website. You should know the website and you guys should know the website and the Instagram handle by now. Just type it into Google, you'll find it. Triple F at the discount code, all in lowercase. And guess what? 25% off. You're welcome. Be better. Petey, because you look like you were struggling there, I thought I'd take the first carry.
Yeah, thank you for that.
How are you, my good friend? What week are we in Maxville now?
This is my fourth week. This is my fourth week I've been here.
4 weeks. 4 weeks. 1 month.
Yep.
Happy month.
Oh, thank you.
How's it going? What have you been up to? What's been on the Maxville agenda this week?
Today I'm a bit dusty. I did go for a running session just before this at the Oval, which I was surprised I got through because I do not feel the best. But
well, you messaged me last night that you were on the beers, and I was actually like very impressed that you were out and about and running this morning. That's something I would never do that.
No, and it was pretty hard. But then because I was a bit dusty, I sort of decided to have a lime cordial instead of a coffee with my toast. And it was very nice, but it's now I'm yawning so much because I haven't had a coffee.
The sugar hasn't actually kicked in as of yet.
No, not yet. Sugar actually normally makes me go down. Like my body doesn't really like sugar that much. Like it doesn't send me up, it sends me straight down.
Well, this is fucked.
Anyway, I'm going to be fine. We're going to get through it. So basically I've had placement again this week, which was good. I actually was not enjoying it at the start of the week. I was like having a bit of one of those weeks and I was like, stuff this. I'm freaking just off it. Like, I don't want to do this.
Sorry to interrupt. Was this your first full week at placement?
No, the second week.
So this is your second week at placement? Oh, yeah, you've been there a month. Sorry. Again, I've only had 3 sips of this.
Quick, get some more, India. But anyway, I was like off it, but that's fine. It got by the Thursday, I was okay. But yeah, there's just lots of kids like vomiting and like shitting everywhere and stuff like that, which I like personally didn't have to deal with, but I was just a bit like,
being around that is not a vibe. That's
it wasn't
pain in itself.
It was. But anyway, in better news, I actually joined the gym here in Maxwell today.
Oh,
This
congratulations.
week, not today. Because I wasn't planning on going and getting a gym membership while I was home because I was just like, oh, it's only another 6 weeks. I haven't been going to the gym for the last 2 months because of lockdown. It'll be fun. And
Yeah.
I just like got so sick of it. I was like, I have to go to the gym. Like I feel
Give
shit.
them a shout out. Who are you training with?
Connective Fitness, actually. Hit him up. It's not the gym I used to go to when I lived here because that gym got flooded in the floods and hasn't reopened.
Oh, that's a shame. So Connective Fitness, is it group
Yeah, I like
classes?
these guys. It's everything. It's just a normal gym, and then he also does like a bunch of group classes and stuff, all included in that. And they're really nice out there, actually.
That's actually hilarious that you mentioned that. I also joined World Gym this week. So
why do we keep doing the same shit at the same weeks?
We were separated at birth, 15 years apart. I know, it's fucking weird.
We don't even talk about this though. Like we don't even say we're gonna do it.
No, we save it for this. Why would I tell you when we're gonna just let it all out here?
Sometimes I think that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to message you about something. I'm like, I'll just tell her on the podcast.
We'll both announce like that we're pregnant or engaged or we got married, and it'll be like, oh, what the fuck, you did too?
Yeah, legit. Oh, but anyway, how's World Gym? Do you like it there? I see they're quite big now, eh?
Yeah, so I used to train at World Gym years ago when I was back living in Maitland, and it is a great gym. Like it's a pretty fancy, like full on. It's huge, all like really nice equipment. They do classes and stuff, which I wasn't really interested in. Lots of mirrors for you to like stare at yourself and whatnot. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Day 3 days in.
Me too. I've done three sessions.
This is the best day ever.
I literally, and let me tell you, have I been freaking sore? Oh, like I just can't even explain how sore I've been. I've only done 3 sessions just on my own sort of thing, doing the weights, same sort of shit I was doing before. And I even didn't go quite as heavy on some things because I was like, Peter, don't overdo it. You've just coming back after a few months.
I'm exactly the same. I'm following a program I did maybe 12 months ago, and it had all my pre-recorded stuff in it. And I was looking, I was like, fuck off. Like I was not that strong and lifting that heavy. I'm lifting bitch weights to start off with. And I'm tell you what, my bitch hemis are giving me hell.
Well, like my legs were a bit sore, but my arms have been the thing. Like they've been so sore because I think like my legs carry around my body weight all day. So they've got a bit of resistance training kind of built up in them, but like my arms have been doing nothing. So like I didn't even do that heavier weights, and they've been so sore. Like my triceps, even just to run, like hurts when I run because I'm tensing them.
A brisk walk is actually like hurting your shoulders. Imagine how swole we're going to be when we see each other like in person.
Oh my God, I'm going to be so ripped.
It'll be fun, fresh and fitness or something by the time that we get back.
Yeah, maybe we'll be a fitness podcast.
Potentially, who knows?
But yeah. No, it's so good to be back though. It really is. And they're super nice out there. So if you do live in Maxwell, like hit them up. They are a good little
Collective
spot. But
fitness.
Connective.
Again, I'll have another week.
Also, tried to go for a run this week. And I was feeling so sluggish just quietly. Like, I feel like I've been sluggish all week, but I only went 4Ks because...
Oh, my God. I went for a 4K run yesterday.
Fuck off. How does this happen? Why do we always go for the same distance?
Oh, my God.
I was going to do 5Ks, but we were like, I was running and there's this bit I run in and Frankie is off leash. And then like, there was probably like obviously an extra 250 meters, I guess, to get to where I wanted to get. But there was a cow on the road. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to put Frankie back on the lead. Otherwise she'll chase the cow and the cow will probably kick us. So I just turned around.
And she's killed an ibis. So we don't know what the fuck she's going to do with the cow.
Yeah. So I had to turn around. But yeah, that's so weird.
That's freaking hilarious. Oh my God.
My gosh. Other than that, I don't really know. Not too much. I went to the beach yesterday, which was lovely because the cleaner was here. I wanted to get out of her way. So it just been.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a pearler of a day. yesterday. Honestly, I can't remember, but I'm pretty.
Yeah.
The weather was alright because we've had pretty dismal weather sort of
Yeah.
up until the weekend.
It's been raining for like 2 weeks straight. Like since I've been at placement, it's pretty much been raining the whole time. And yesterday was so nice. It's nice again today, actually. It's a great day outside.
Yeah, the sun is shining. The sun is coming through, which makes me think, fuck yeah, nice hot day. The smelter's going to be really nice and hot when I go back in for day 3 of the work bender. And
good.
It's going to be
That
nice.
Is exciting. That's very exciting.
That gets me up and about.
It'll be nice that they've like pre-warmed it for you.
Yeah, preheat the pots, preheat the pot line. You know what? It's not like I'm already the most sweatiest human being in the world. But like, yeah, let's go. 11 hours of sweat.
Well, I've actually got my greens budgies on too. I can go for a dip after. So
just before you continue, when you message me and you're like, I kind of want to just wear my swimmers on so I can go for a swim after, I was almost going to be like, are you wearing a fucking rashie?
No, it's a shirt. But that would have, I don't know. I do love a rashie.
Of course you do,
but
weirdo.
Not for swimming, just for like.
I'm actually wearing good friend of the show, Brooke Walklate's Sacred Vintage Asics windbreaker or whatever the fuck you'd call this. I was like,
it is a nice one.
I'm feeling a bit fun and fresh today. So check her out. It's Sacred Vintage. It could be Sacred _Vintage or _Sacred _Vintage. I don't know. Just type in Sacred Vintage and you'll figure it out. But yeah, give her a follow and check out some of her clothes. They're fucking cool.
Yeah, bloody oath. The one other thing that happened this week was that I was on my way home from my second day of placement and I ran out of fuel on the drive home about 100 meters away from the Maxwell turn.
Actually, I saw you snap. That's fucked. How'd you let that happen?
Well, what happened was the light came on just before I got to placement in the morning. And then I was like, I've only got to get from Kempsey to Maxwell. It'll be fine.
Isn't that 40 minutes or something, but?
Yeah. It only lasts ages, but I was like, I've either got to go out of my way to the south.
I know my car.
Well, I do now. I know its limits.
Oh, that's
yeah. I either had to go right out to South Kempsey and go to that one. Would have had to go into Kempsey. I was like, nah, I'll make it to Maxwell, but I did not, which was very unfortunate. But Mum and Dad did come and save me, so that was nice.
Your parents are honestly God's gift to this earth, and I can't wait.
Very nice.
I can't wait to come up and like crash your fucking, what's it called? What are you doing? Your placement thing, and I'm gonna come and stay for a weekend and just like hang out with them. Oh, and you.
Oh.
But I hope you don't think I'm like joking about it. I am doing it. I've like booked
it out in my calendar. Yeah, I'm excited.
Beauty. I've already forgotten when it is, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, how is your week? When did we record last?
Thursday? Friday? Wednesday?
But so the last one we did wasn't the Saturday one, was it?
Nah, that was a few weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, honestly, I can't remember, but I know. Wait, was Freedom Day this week?
Yeah. No. I don't know.
What the fuck is the date?
It's the 20-something, 23rd. I think that we recorded on Thursday last week.
Okay, well, I've written here that I went to the Kent for Freedom Day, but that was 2 weeks ago. No,
I think we already talked about that on here.
Fuck. Well, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, my week. So it's Saturday. Now that I can't really remember what I did at the beginning of the week, as I mentioned, I am midweek through a work bender. When I say work bender, I work 2-day works, 2-night works. So I'm on my first night work tonight, hoping that I can sleep after my sparkling energy fucking brainstorm. I'll be thinking constantly while I'm trying to sleep. On Sunday afternoon, I actually hit up the ABC Bowling Club, went and had some frothies there, which was fucking fantastic. The sun was shining. It was so good. I'm like, you probably already know this, but our fans don't. I'm a sucker for like any type of like bowling club or pub merchandise. So when I went and got my first schooner, I bought myself a Adamstown Bowling Club face mask, which is extremely hard to talk in, and no one could understand. I'm like, I don't speak great English anyway, but no one could understand a word I was saying in it. But yeah, ripped and teared on Sunday, which was good fun. I think that was an early night. I think I kind of like put myself to bed early, which was super responsible of myself. As
Would have been nice to be back there.
Oh, it was fantastic out in the sun, like on that back area. It's. I don't think they had as many chairs and stuff out as what they did when we used to frequent there as much. Maybe.
Yeah.
They had a band and shit. Like all the oldies were up dancing and yipping and yahoo.
I've seen there's they've done it up a fair bit in there, haven't they? They've put in like that wall thing and a roofie bit on it.
Oh, look, I didn't pay that much attention. But as we mentioned, I'm back at the gym, so I'm at World. I've also put here, I'm feeling sore as shit. I went to the gym this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I haven't drank. I've decided like I need to go on like some type of like little health kick because all I've done is pound beers into the ground for the last 3 months. So I'm like, if we're going to get hot girl summer or hot girl or semi-hot girl summer, I need to stop drinking as much, start training. Obviously, footy's rolling around. We need to get some type of fitness back in the lungs. But yeah, I've really been enjoying training.
It's good, eh?
Going for a couple of runs that we seem to both be doing. How fuck's this? I worked yesterday, so I finished my second day work, came home, went for a 4K run after work. I'm like, am I mentally ill? Like,
well done.
Yeah, that was that's definitely that's definitely not something that I would do. I did. It's
good to see you ripping in.
I've written here that I'm on a diet. Well, I'm not really on a diet. It's like an 80-20. Like I still eat a fair bit of shit, but I'm trying not to eat as much shit. And I've got here the potential to quit booze in November, but again, the potential is in inverted commas.
Weirdly, Mum said that to me because I said to Mum this morning because I was supposed to be laying off the beers, like not anything official. I was just kind of like, oh, I don't think I'll have that many beers anymore. And so then we got a bit carried away last night and I was like, oh, I really didn't plan on doing this. I was like, oh, I'll have to do it from now. And then Mum was like, well, I will just have no drinks in November. And I was like, oh, I don't think I'll do it officially, but like,
I think I just think I will drink when I'm like drinking with the girls on my weekends off. I just don't think I'll drink midweek on my breaks unless there's something on. I don't know. There's nothing's going to be said.
That's the thing.
I don't want to.
I know. I'm like, I don't want to box myself into anything because I don't want to feel like I've let myself down if I do it.
If I just start fucking eating a little bit healthier and like training, maybe then I can reward myself with some beers because beers are fucking delicious. And let's be honest, I'm not going to not stop doing that. What else? Oh, fuck. The funniest thing ever happened the other day. I had to get pizzas for the family. And did I tell you this?
Yeah.
I was already in a tiz because I was so late home from work. So I had my work bag and my clothes bag like on my passenger seat. I had 3 pizzas piled up. Anyway, I'm zipping around trying to get home as quick as possible because it was late. And I come around to the other side of the car door, open the car door, and a whole pizza just like slid onto the driveway. I salvaged a little bit of it. A lot of it got thrown on my neighbour's lawn, so shout out.
What flavour was it?
Oh, well, it was the wrong one. I'd ordered the wrong one apparently in the first place. It was some Mexican one. I was meant to get something else, but I'd ordered this Mexican one, so I'd already fucked up. So thank God it fell on the floor. But that's just typical me, like dropping a fucking full. And
what happened? But wasn't there something that happened before that made it a shit day?
That whole day in general was just shit. I had to go and work in a different line at work, and I don't want to speak ill of the other lines that I work in, but I don't know what the fuck they do down the hill because yeah, that whole day was just a shit show. And honestly, the pizza falling on the floor, the garage floor pizza was probably the best part of that day. I did salvage some. And
was it enough for you to all eat dinner?
Oh, we had other pizzas, and I was like, look, I'll eat the floor pizza.
Sitting out on the garage and on the driveway, just like
I'm probably got fucking coronavirus or salmonella, or I don't know, something gross from that. Another thing I dropped was my computer last week. Oh, that's right, because we did our thing in bed, and I think I was a bit drunk, so that's why my computer's a bit fucked up at the moment. I did drop my computer, so I need to get that fixed. I can hardly see my face at all. So again, I'm a clumsy motherfucker, but I'm 28 on Monday, and I just figured, like, I don't think I'm going to change now. I think it's just, done. It's done.
Well, how many times do they reckon that you have to do something before it's a habit? Like, don't you have to, if you do something like 30 times, like you've been doing it, you've been dropping things for 28 years, it's probably a habit now. You're probably not going to break it.
Bruh, there used to be this little Indian man that worked in Maitland that like fixed phone screens and whatnot. And and when I was like 18, 19, I used to fuck my phone up all the time. And every time I'd walk in, he'd be like, oh, no, not you again. And I'm like, yes, I should buy shares in your fucking shop because, yes, I've broken my phone again. All right, I'll quickly go through my last couple of things that filled out my week. I went out for my first brekkie date with my beautiful mum. We went out to the Deck Cafe at Pecolbin or somewhere out Hunter Valley Way.
It looks lovely.
It was mad, and it was so nice to just go out for brekkie. It was delicious, beautiful little scenery. Had a great day with her. I've actually had a couple of good wins on the ponies this week as well, so I don't know if we'll touch on the horses later. I know the Cox Plate is on today, which I don't know if we'll get this out in time for it, but I put like 4 million bets on for that. But yeah, I had a couple of good wins on the ponies, and I had a decent win on the basketball as well, which I absolutely know nothing about. And then something to be discussed, which doesn't have to be on here. You, me, and Brooke were thinking day 3 Ashes January.
Yeah.
Was it January?
January.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's like actually do that, but because I would love to stay down there the night and let's go to the Ashes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely keen on that. That'll be like before I start my new job and stuff. So that will be perfect.
I have absolutely no idea like what day of the week it is. All I know is
I think it's like a Thursday or a Friday.
Well, yeah, it is because I'm pretty sure I go back to work on the Saturday. So that's why I was like, we should go the
Thursday
Wednesday one. Yeah, Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday one. Stay the night, piss off back home, and like you said, we don't want to get day 5 tickets and the whole thing's over.
Yeah, exactly. You run the risk if you get day 5 tickets.
And
yeah, I reckon
I'm pretty sure day 3 is the Jane McGrath day too. So
yeah, that'd be good.
Rock up. But I was like, fuck yes. When I saw that, I was like, we are definitely doing that.
Yeah.
There's no way. I love cricket.
Yes, I'm actually so excited. The fact that it's like coming up, like, is so exciting. Like the fact that Test cricket's about to be upon us.
There's so much rhetoric around it at the moment as well, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually like really ripping and tearing. I've been enjoying all the women's stuff, but I'm ready to see the Willows getting absolutely smacked. Some nuts being fucking boom, boom.
What's your favorite format of cricket? Like T20, one dayers?
I love the tests, but sometimes I'm a bit impatient to sit there and watch a whole test match. The one days are fantastic. I think that is like the greatest thing to go do live. Big Bash is fun, but it's kind of like watching rugby league nines. It's not the same.
Yeah.
You?
See, I like test for sure. I love the test.
Oh, fuck yeah. Test, like, you can't go wrong with a test.
I feel like I don't get impatient with, I'm like, when it's finished, I'm like, oh, has it been 5 days already?
And cricket and barbecuing are my 2 analogies, are the most perfect excuse for a beer. If you're sitting there watching the test, you can just pound beers into the ground and it's just like, it's still going.
Yes.
And that'll be us with our wide brimmed hats on and our pink shirts on, yipping and yahooing. We'll take Brooke Walklate with us because she loves her cricket too.
I think Annika's coming too.
Oh, fuck yeah. Annika Butler?
Yep.
Oh, shit, yeah. We've got a little crew. I love that.
Yep.
Fuck, that was a big week. A lot's happened.
It's been a big week.
considering I thought Freedom Day was this week as well. It's my birthday next week too, so I'll probably have heaps.
How exciting.
No, it's not exciting. I'm turning 28. It's fucking depressing. And I'm finishing work on like Monday morning and everyone's working. And all I wanted to do was like go to the pub at like 3 and just drink, but no one's going to be around. So I'm like, Can I go by myself? I probably
Speaking of birthdays, I just like, we got the I don't know if I've talked about it on here before, but I have like a Viva assessment at the end of when I finish uni. It's like pretty much I can ask you about anything that you've learned at uni over the 4 years, and you have to know like all about it and like the evidence behind it. Like you have to be able to cite resources about who said that it was good and whatever, without any notes, of course. So it's like pretty stressful. And freaking they just released the timetable and mine is on my birthday.
Ew, what the
It's
fuck?
the very last slot. Like they sent us a bunch of days it could have possibly been. 16th of December was the last one and I'm on that day. I was just like, are you kidding me?
Okay, well that's fucking rude.
Better be in the morning.
Sorry, I know I'm fitness and whatnot, but I'm still addicted. That is fucking rude because your birthdays are always heaps of fun and I'm keen to rip and tear for your birthday.
Yeah, are you working or?
Remind me when your birthday is. Is it the 16th?
16th of December, but I think that's a Thursday.
It is. I am on day work.
On Thursday.
Day work, but guess what? I've got the 18th and the 19th off. So if you do something that weekend.
Ooh, might have to hit something up on the 18th.
Well, if you do like a dinner or something, like I'll definitely come. I just can't be unwell.
You can't be unwell.
Not on my day works anyway, just because I'm a naughty.
Oh, yeah. No. We'll go out on the 18th or something. Anyway, this is very off topic. I'm so sorry.
Who cares? All right, that was our weeks.
Better bring up some notable mentions.
Fuck yeah, it's notable mention time. Now, how are you feeling? Now that we've had a couple of hit ups and the game's rolling now. We're up, we're winning. Do you want to kick us off with your notable mentions? Are you feeling a bit better?
I'd love to. I'm feeling a lot better. I've sort of started to perk me up, although I'm finding it's like hard to get out what I mean when I'm speaking today.
That's fine.
Like,
I'm very illiterate.
The words aren't really coming out how I plan them.
That's all right.
But it's fine. We'll get through it. The first one was, I remember last week I was saying I was going to get my hair done, which I have gone and got my hair done.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Thanks. It's very blonde now, which is what I wanted. Anyway, shout out to Salty Mane in Cost. They were very nice. Anyway, when I got there, she was like saying hello and whatever. And she's like, I'm Michaela or whatever her name was. And was like, and then she just started doing my hair, was talking to me about it. And then it was probably like halfway through doing my hair. And you know, when like hairdressers write a little card about like what they did to your hair so that if you come back, it's like written there.
Yeah.
You know, just so that there's like a record of what you've had done kind of thing. And she was like, I'm really sorry. Because I messaged her through Instagram. She's like, I'm really sorry, but what's your name? Because I need to write it down. And I realized like my name on Instagram is Crab. and then I don't have my name anywhere else either. So she was like, I'm really sorry. And I was like, oh. So having to explain that my name was not Crab, but Peter was so embarrassing but funny.
That is the funniest thing ever. It's Crab Poiter Soda.
I know, because then it says Poiter. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Just Peter.
Oh
I should have just told her my name was Crab.
I don't know why you didn't.
I know. I panicked.
Oh my God, that is the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard.
Me, like, as well, as soon as she did it, like, quickly writing it in my notes on my phone, so I remembered to bring it up in my notable mentions.
Oh my God, that is so funny. I'm gonna cry.
It's so embarrassing.
Sorry,
anyway, my friend was telling me apparently it's illegal to bet on cricket in India. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Apparently it is, and which is wild because
as in they can't bet or we can't bet on them.
They can't bet.
I feel, look, no, I'm not even going to bother saying it. It'll come out racist or inappropriate, but like, just some people's cultures are just bizarre.
Considering they love cricket so much, it just seems wild to me. Like they would put so much money on the cricket. Like that would
India?
be. Yeah.
And considering their fucking women's team are absolutely whooping our ass in everything.
So are their men.
I know, but I'm very into the women's one at the moment. That's all I seem to watch. But that's fucking smart ass and rude.
But apparently, like, there's a lot of just like illegal bookies that they do it. Like, you know, people bet on it still, but it's like
something behind it.
Yeah.
Like, so some motherfucker's gone out and ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, bastards. I also had not that interesting, but Dallin Wateni-Zelezniak has started his own watch brand.
Yeah, he's actually been doing that for a while.
Has he? I saw a picture of it the other day and I was like, oh, what? That's pretty cool.
He's been doing that for a while. I remember when we like around the time when we interviewed Ice, because he must have had him on or was talking about it or whatever, but apparently he was inspired by Ice because Ice is trying to get all these football players to sort of have something ready to go after football. Like, he was he always loved nice watches and whatnot, so I think it was him and his brother. They went into business and yeah, they're pretty smick. I've seen them.
Yeah, they look nice. You'd think it'd be like you'd have to have a fair bit of money to go into the watch game, you would think, because like the manufacturing cost would be the manufacturing cost would be quite a lot, you would think. And then like if no one buys them, like I don't know, I guess the outlay for making like shirts or hats or something is not as hectic as making watches. Like,
well, it's metal. Yeah, like you're using like metal to make something. But plus
and they look like pretty good quality watches.
But plus their profile as well, I guess that would definitely help. I mean,
yeah,
we had 2 Fun Fresh and Footy t-shirts made that cost $25, and I don't know whether our profile, like I know that we have fans and foes. And
we have had lots of requests to sell merch.
Fuck it, let's do it. 2022, let's get on the merch game.
Yeah, we will get on that.
We'll make that shirt that I mocked up that time that had all that fucking dripping on the back.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we won't.
No, it'd be a lot of effort. I feel like something really simple might be a good start.
Simple sounds so much more like us.
I know. I would love to make a sick hat. Like I think that hats.
Oh fuck yeah!
And it would like work for us because we both like wear hats.
Do you know who brought out a fucking mad hat? The Daily Blue. His blue.
Yeah, his was nice.
And I'm a big sucker for a corduroy. How do you say it? Corduroy hat.
Yeah. I just find a lot of the time, like I love corduroy hats, but like a lot of the time the corduroy ones aren't the right fit for my head. Like I have to have a very specific shaped hat to fit my head.
We'll have to go hat sizing. I don't like hats. I don't like hats that like come down over my ears. I've got a couple of good ones. Like my bloke one that I wear all the time. It's
your bloke one. I like the bloke one. It looks the same. Like it's the same. That the shape of your bloke one is the type of hat that I can wear.
Yeah, because I don't like ones that like come over my ears and then you got to tuck your ears. I like it.
And I hate like a boxy bit up the top or anything like that too.
We're not boxy ear covering hat girls. So look, if there's anyone in the hat game that wants to help us out, corduroy or not, and it's just got to have our logo on it. It can't be that hard. Someone out there.
We'll get onto it.
Or if someone else could get onto it for us, that would be better.
For free. I also saw that the Panthers have been cleared of any like misconduct with that with the trophy.
Yeah,
because it was like some girl accidentally, I think it was Cleary's sister, like just accidentally bumped the table and it fell off, and there was a video of it or something. So they were like, yeah, she didn't mean to. So they're all fine now.
That's boring.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, it's not scandalous at all. I also have Josh Hodgson. Hodgson is potentially signing with the Tigers. Did you see that?
Josh Hodgson? Is he
He's the like Canberra bloke, the short one with like a shaved head.
No, I didn't hear that, but interesting.
Yeah, so Raiders have cleared him to go there, and he was in talks with the Tigers. So that'd be interesting. I actually think he's a pretty good player.
He is a good player. He before he like injured himself, he was like one of the best hookers in the game.
Yeah, he's a gun, and he's like, I feel like he's good at just like rallying the boys.
Just before I forget, because I didn't write this down, speaking of rugby league, because none of mine are rugby league, now there's a yarn that Mitchell Pearce is trying to be poached to the club escapes me, but to the Super League.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'd heard that. He was potentially because the night. Yeah, I don't know who, because the Knights wouldn't sign him on any longer than when he wanted, and so he was potentially just going to cut it and go to.
He
Super
was
League.
a bit of a dirtbag at the start of the year, so. And to be honest, he was way too injured all year. Look, I reckon when Pearce,
they were a lot better when he was there, but
yeah, when he was firing, he was fucking good. And he's been a good player since he's like 17, since he debuted at the Chooks. And he did play really well for Newcastle. He was always injured, just always a little bit of a dirtbag. But now I'm pretty sure, there's yarns. It could be Catalans. Spread that. It might not be true. But yeah, Super League are now looking at him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I had heard that yarn. But I think Josh Hodgson would be a good signing for the Tigers, like a little bit of an older head, bit more idea what's going on. Like that's pretty sort of like.
Who else is going to the Tigers that we spoke about last week?
Peachy?
Yes, Peachy, that's it as well.
That'll be good too.
Another old
Well,
head.
At least that the things are like looking up for the Tigers a little bit. Like at least they've got some signings, because it was looking pretty grim for a bit. Like I'm sure it'll still be grim, but like at least people are agreeing to come to the club.
We'll see when 2022 rolls around and then all the pieces come together. We'll decide then. We'll let the rugby league gods decide.
Yes. I also have that Brett Morris is the assistant coach at the Chooks, which is exciting. We love to have them around still.
I had that. Him and Jason Ryles have both gone into assistant coaching roles, which is fucking mad. Assistant coaching of the Roosters and owning a beer company. What other job in the world would you want?
What a big year for him.
What other job in the world would you want? Seriously. But that's exciting. That's so good that like they've kept him on in some like a coaching role, and he's like he was such a gun player. I was like fucking mortified when he retired. That's like, yeah, me too. That was like we watched him sort of we watched him. We get forced into retirement live. Dad and I were talking about it, and they were like, he would be such a good, even if he's just in there as like a role model. Like those boys are so like they've got no prior scallywag behavior. They don't have any sort of like they've never been in trouble for anything. They don't get like sent off the field ever. Like they've just they're never in trouble for anything. They just are dripping in professionalism, and especially considering the Chooks have so many like Babachulas coming through, it'll be nice to have that. Even though that like the club's sort of brought up on that anyway. But, just having that around, and especially now in a coaching role where they're sort of giving directions. 2022 premierships, baby. Cheer. I can see it coming. I can see it coming. Is that what that was? I thought I could smell something. I can smell it too. It's weird. And I also have, which is a very sad one, Puck Wilpikowski has suffered his 10th concussion, which is not good. So he's in doubt for the test, which is sad because he was so good to watch when he came out in the green and gold last year. I think last year? Yeah, last year. He was phenomenal. Like he's such a little goer. Like he's so talented. Like you can tell he's going to be so big, but if he just keeps getting concussed, like he gets it concussed so often. Obviously, and like we have a concussion person on this podcast regularly. You have the more you get them. Yeah, I know it's going to sound dumb as anything. The more frequent that they are, like the worse they become, and then they're easier to obviously get. And is the risk is it worth the risk in the end for the
No.
longevity of your life and career and your family, blah, blah, blah.
It'd be hard for him because he knows he's so close. Like he's just made it like into this test side and whatever, and he was like,
yeah, exactly, which is absolutely
opening and
devastating.
He's like sounds like such a great bloke. Like I listened to a few podcasts on him. He sounds like such a good bloke. But yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. Hopefully he can play in the test, but obviously if he's not well, you wouldn't want him to.
No,
but it's like that. You literally, once you have had so many, they're just so easy to get. Like it just takes a little knock and you're gone.
Hit your head on the pillow and oh fuck. That's you.
That's me. That's why I wake up dusty every morning.
not the 15 schooners that I had last night.
It's not that. Also, I was wondering. I was like, I feel like I've been friends with you for a fair while now. And do you eat tomato or barbecue sauce more?
Well, it depends on the food I'm eating.
With chippies?
With chips, I would go tomato sauce.
Okay, good.
On a meat pie, I would go tomato sauce.
I thought you were going to say barbecue then. I was like, what the heck?
No, that's fucked up, and I would never do that. I put barbecue sauce on like a sausage snag and like a steak if I need to. I don't really put sauce on steaks. If I'm fucking desperate, I'll put tomato sauce on a sausage sizzle, but
I prefer barbecue on a sauce. I prefer tomato on everything, if I'm honest. I don't. Yeah. If I'm having a burger, I'll have both.
Oh, that's yeah.
If I had to pick one, it would be tomato.
Yeah, now you've thrown a spanner in the works. If I'm cooking a homemade burger, I will most likely put barbecue sauce on, or I'll put like a relish or something on it. Because again,
yeah, I normally go I just like triple up, quadruple up on the sauces. I'll put like a relish and then I'll put tomato and barbecue and like an aioli or something if I'm making a homemade burger. That
sounds so good. I don't know who I was having this yarn with the other day, but we were talking about kebabs. Like, when you rock out of the rock out of the Kent, Oasis is screaming your name and you go and get your kebab.
Yeah.
I was like, what sauces do you get? And I'm like, well, I get barbecue sauce, garlic sauce, and sour cream.
Yeah, I think I get normally I get some barbecue on it too, but I'll get maybe hummus, garlic, and sweet chili.
Everyone's all about sweet chili. Like
I like sweet chili on it.
Look, I like sweet chili, but I like sweet chili with little spring rolls and dim sum.
I'm a bit of a sweet chili fan. I have sweet chili on my salads and sandwiches and shit like that. But I will tell you a kebab story, which probably won't be that interesting. But one night I was, we'd played footy and I think I just finished up and I was going to get Penel and I a kebab and he was having a shower. And I went to the kebab shop and then I realized I didn't ask him what sauce he gets. And I was just I was in the middle of ordering already. So I was just fuck. And I just guessed. And I was got home. I was like, oh, I forgot to ask you what sauces you get. And he's like, oh, why? What'd you get me? And it was what he gets.
What was it?
I don't know. That's what I mean. I couldn't even tell you today. I have no idea what I said. I was just barbecue and fucking this and this. And it was exactly his order. I still don't know what his order is now. I never have known it.
That is a sign of perfection. That's true love right there.
I know. I was just
want to meet someone where I just don't. I can guess their kebab sauce. Kebab
sauce.
Having to know. There's not enough room up here for me to remember everything. I just need to be able to wing it. That's fantastic.
Honestly, it was just something must have come over me. It was just I knew, but I didn't. Yeah, it was just weird.
I'm glad you told that story because that was interesting.
I know, but I was how did you know? And I was I didn't know. I just guessed it.
I can't say I've ever impressed anyone like that. Ever. Oh, fucking hell.
You impress me when we come on and we say we've done the exact same things as each other every week.
Yeah, that's Sixth Sense kind of weird shit, but we are.
It's happened so many weeks in a row now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what next week will be. Actually, I just wanted to quickly check something because it's the 23rd today. Yeah, okay. So when's the Melbourne Cup? The 2nd.
Probably. I
Do
don't
you
know.
reckon next week for the podcast we get like super dressed up and wear fascinators and like put a full face of makeup on and
Well, I will try. I have limited clothes here in Maxwell. Actually, Keely has a whole thing of dress in there. I'll find the most ridiculous races-y style
let's
dress.
get fucking weirdly dressed up. I'm gonna wear like red lipstick and well, I don't know if I'll be able to wear a fascinator, but I will try my hardest. But
Yeah,
I didn't
we
bring
can
a
do
pen,
that.
but we'll write that down and we'll fucking do that because I think that'll be funny.
I'll write it down.
You write it down in that book of shit that we have to do.
Got it.
There's heaps of shit in there that's never going to get done.
Yeah, I know. All right, your turn. What are your notable mentions this week?
Look, I don't really have much, which is not surprising to any of the viewers and listeners. It was pretty much that the gyms reopened, which obviously would have happened last week. So I'm obviously like a whole week out of whack. And I just wanted to talk about that. I was looking forward to the gyms reopening because I'd lost all motivation. Like, obviously, my lockdown was so fucked for several reasons, but I lost all motivation and will to do anything other than just like be depressed and drink. So when I knew that the gyms were reopening, I'm like, nah, I'm going to hook back in because I actually do like training. But man, the body soreness has just, and like we touched on it, so we won't carry on too much. The body soreness has been fucked. Like I am like pumping magnesium. I'm drinking like this zinc and magnesium drink before bed, which gave me really like fucked up dreams last night. I've got like this magnesium spray that I'm just basically like tipping on my hamstrings. I had to have like a scalding hot bath the other night just to sort of like help. It didn't, but
yeah.
So yeah, the muscle soreness, like happy for the gyms to be back, just waiting for the muscle soreness to sort of be like, oh yeah, we're back now. We're out of lockdown. We can sort of stop seizing the fuck up and we can all get back.
I feel like the thing is though, like that's the thing. I'm so sore, but like you have to keep going. Otherwise the soreness stays around longer. Like it gets better the more you go. So I'm like, you have to just keep going even though you're so sore.
Well, that's like yesterday at work. I was up in the crane all day. Normally you spend like half the day up there and then you swap and you get on the floor, but it was another fuck around. So I spent all day in the crane and I remember looking at my step count and I'm like, I have like hardly moved today. I'm like, and my legs were so sore because again, I don't want to bash Tomago, but the cranes are not ergonomically suited for anyone. You sit like fucking this for 4 hours at a time. So my legs, my back, everything was killing me by the time I got out. And I was like, I literally need to go for a run just to stretch my legs because I'm going to seize up like an old lady.
Literally. And do you find though, like you'll be so sore, like I'll be so sore all day, like I'll just bend to pick something up and I'm like, fuck, that hurts so much. But then the second you go to the gym for your next session, you're like not sore at the gym at all.
Fuck no, you're Superwoman.
I find like I'll go into my session, I'm like, I actually can't even feel a single bit of that soreness. So then I'm like pumping all these weights like I'm not sore anymore. But then the second I leave the gym again, I'm like, oh no, I am still sore.
You go to like steer out of the gym and you're like, oh my fucking chest. And then you're like benching all this weight. It's all in your fucking head. Like it's all
I know,
it
wigs me out so much.
It's honestly such a mind game and I'm sick of my mind playing tricks on me. I'm over it. There, I said it. My second talking point, notable mention, was speaking of talking, is talking with masks. Now, again, I'd already dribbled on about this. I bought my new thick, sexy ABC Bowling Club mask, which looks fantastic on me. I wish I brought it out here so I could show you. I'll send you a photo later.
What's a nice sky blue?
Yeah, it's like a really nice mask, and it's got like shit at the side where you can like zip it so it like fits your head good. However, I did have to go to the bank after and, I had to go to the bank one day and sort a whole bunch of my bank accounts out. And I felt so sorry for the bank teller because I obviously wore my new mask. I want to get my $10 worth. And I'm basically like leaning inside the glass trying to scream at this chick because she could not understand a word she said. I can't understand what anyone is saying to me in masks, and I can guarantee they can't understand a thing I'm saying.
No, imagine if you actually were like someone with a hearing impairment. Like it would just be so hard right now.
Oh, and look, I'm too stupid to learn sign language as well.
Actually been learning a bit of sign language this week.
Go on, give us a go.
Thank you and please and no and yes and toilet. What else is there? My turn or like your turn?
That's cute. This is my sign language. That's up. That's down. Let's do the clamp up.
At work.
Yep, we want to go to break. Let's go to lunch.
That's a good one.
So that's the sign language of an operator.
Well, it's a sign language of sorts. So I think that
we both have our own professional sign language. Yours seems heaps more legit than mine. I have one more, and this has been brought up several times, but it's really starting to like grind my gears. And
is it the petrol?
It's the fucking petrol.
I nearly wrote it as well.
I'm glad you didn't, because I've got it in big fucking writing. Petrol, $1.80 for E10 in Maitland. What?
Oh my goodness.
Look, I know we have talked about this probably 3 or 4 times now, but and no one is getting back to me. No one. There's nothing on the news.
Someone tell us why.
$1.80 for E10. I'm sorry. I'm getting the shits.
I thought mine was bad. It was $1.66 here, but yours is even like way worse.
Right, 98 is $2.
What?
Yep. I'm not shitting.
That is freaking outrageous.
In saying that, I haven't been to like our metro ones, which is Harrow and Sandgate, top of the list for our business.
Shout out
to our favourite service stations in New South Wales. So I haven't actually been to either of them to sort of like peruse the prices there. But if these Ampoles and fucking Fooderies and 7-Elevens and BPs are literally $1.80, I am like, what the fuck is going on in the world? Yeah. I cannot wrap my head around it. And
I was hoping like Ampoles were popping up everywhere, and I'm like, they freaking.
Yeah,
they sponsor the girls. They sponsor the Origin and stuff. I was like, surely these are going to be our saviors. Like they're going to come in and give us some cheap fuel and good food. And they definitely haven't given us cheap fuel. I don't know about the food there.
I'm half tempted to message Ampol. Write this down because I don't have a pen. Ashley, to message Ampol on Instagram and ask, why is petrol so expensive, especially when you sponsor the Women's Origin?
Well, they Ampol's like an Australian one apparently, and that's what's like. So they're ripping off their own people.
I didn't even like. Again, I'm oblivious to everything that goes on in the world. I didn't even know Ampol. I just thought Ampol just popped up one day. Like I was like, I've never seen that.
They full did, eh? Like they're just been everywhere now.
Like United, BP, Caltex. They're knocking up a Caltex around the corner from Tomago, which is going to come in handy just if you're going to scoot in. But I'll give you the red hot tip. I'm not paying fucking $1.80 for their fuel.
No.
No day of the week. Far out. Yeah, so that actually kind of just pissed me off, all that.
Yeah, now we're all a bit worked up.
I'm a bit worked up, so I know what we should do.
Come on.
All right, Star and Marge. All righty, Petey. We know what Star and Marge is. Stars and Marges. I'm not explaining it because we should fucking all know what it is by now. If you are not following this page or you're not following us on Spotify, do that now. If you're not following the Fun Fresh and Footy page, it's literally just called Fun Fresh and Footy Podcast. Please get on and follow it. Also follow Crab Salter. That's Peter for anyone who doesn't know her real name. And I'm Ash with 2 A's, Crab. So follow all of us. Actually, we could all do with a little bit of a boost on the
yeah, I agree. Definitely.
Yeah, anyway, so we're doing Star and Marge. I'll go first. So
Sounds
my
good.
star was actually someone we've already discussed earlier in the show. And that's Brett Morris and Jason Ryles as the assistant coaches for the Sydney Roosters.
We love that. We love that. Congrats, guys. Congrats to the Roosters.
Yeah, just congrats to the Roosters. That beautiful smell that I cannot get that waft out of my nose. We've got a premiership brewing in the background. And that is why, because those stars are now on board.
Bloody oath.
Who have you got?
My star this week was mum and dad for saving me when
I was just about to say, I bet it's your fucking parents.
It is, and they get this a lot, but they did say they drove out with a jerry can and filled up my car in the rain, might I add, and saved me so I could get to the petrol station. So
God, you must be a pest of a child, eh? I hope my parents don't listen to this podcast anymore because they'll get so mad that I never shout them out.
So yeah, I'm a pest, but then I also appreciate them, but through Star and Marge shout outs. I might actually just roll straight into my Marge because I've actually self-marged and it's for running out of fuel.
Oh, I love that. A star into a self-marge. Yeah, that is a move, you fucking idiot.
It was a big Marge move.
That is hilarious. Do you not have like when the light comes on, can you not like check to see how many kilometers you've got in the tank to go?
No, my car is very old. It does not have one of those.
I'm sure you can press like a button and it'll tell you how many like kilometers you've got left.
There's no buttons on my dash.
Alrighty, Car Companies of Australia, reach out, sponsor the show, and Petey and I
give me a car.
We need new cars, so
I desperately need a new car.
But if she's getting one, I also want one. We're not.
Yeah.
So car companies reach out, especially with ones that will let us know how much fuel.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
In the tank. That's so.
And also hopefully something that's fuel efficient because we can't afford the fuel at the moment.
Oh my god, that fuel yarn is just. If that's on my list next week, like I'm done. Who
was your Marge?
Oh yeah, my Marge. It's not really a self Marge, but it is sort of. It's the DOMS or delayed onset, whatever it's fucking called, from my 3-month gym hiatus. So
yes,
sore muscles have gotten about 3 hit ups this podcast, and
they've been a very
been active.
I think salient topic in the podcast.
Yeah, so my Marge is just being sore from the gym. But in saying that, that could be a self Marge because I definitely did not fucking do anything in lockdown. I went on maybe like one run.
Well, that's me, and I know we're going back onto this, but me thinking that my like 5 kilo dumbbells and my 8 kilo bloody kettlebell were going to be enough.
That's not.
It's not enough. It wasn't enough, and it doesn't matter how much you pound them into the ground, it won't stop the DOMS once you hit up the real gym.
Can we just go back to that? What is it? Delayed onset muscle soreness. That's it. Sorry, I thought this brainstorm would have clicked in right now.
It'll click in when you're going to sleep.
Yeah, great. Now I don't know whether you did this, and I forgot to ask you at the start of the show. Did you prepare starting 13 Hot Boy NRL lineup? Oh, good girl.
I did.
Good girl.
Yep.
Now, did I write mine down or did I delete it? No, I did.
You had a picture.
I did make a sexy picture. I'll make a sexy picture for you probably tonight when I'm at work. Because no, I won't do it at work because I'll be busy. But we will. What we'll do, we'll go through.
I won't possibly have time.
We'll run through our Peters and ours personal hot boy. We've talked about this for a while. Who we think our starting 13 hot boys would be, and we were probably meant to do this fucking weeks ago. But
yeah, we were probably planning to do this a while ago. But this will give really what is it? Yep.
Hey.
Thanks. Clement said hey.
Hey.
That was Mum.
Hey makes a cow fat. No, I'm kidding.
Mum made a cameo. She was washing my shirt, seeing if my shirt needed washing.
Oh my God, she's a good woman.
She is. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we were going to probably do this, but this will just probably put a nice bow on the NRL season. Obviously, we'll still talk about little things that come up, but this will kind of be the bow for NRL
sort of wrapping
stuff
up
for a while.
Yeah.
mostly, but we'll still talk about it. So we're not really.
Look, we're always going to
Basically, we just like talking. We just like talking about hot people, so we're going to do it.
Just like talking in general. So get used to it, everyone. All right. So we're going from 1 to. Wait, hold on. What have I done here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, okay. I've got 14, but I've also missed a number. But that's fine. I have 13. Fuck me. All right. So we'll go 1 for 1. All right. So my fullback will be James. I've been naughty. I've done a slash. I've gone James Tedesco / Reece Walsh.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I don't know if I love the slash thing, but they are both hot boys. And yeah, I like that.
I think when I did the Canva thing, I think I put Reece Walsh as my...
You did.
All right, Reece Walsh, locked in.
Well, this might be controversial, but I actually go on Dane Laurie.
Oh.
I think he's such a honey.
Look, he is a honey. I see him more as a cute boy, but that's a whole other podcast.
I think he will be, but he's got the most really perfect teeth, which I think puts him into the hot category.
Oh, perfect teeth. You've sold me there. All right, into the number 2 spot.
Why don't we just go to, we'll say both your wingers, maybe. You reckon?
All right, both my wingers. So from Parramatta Eels, I've gone Hayes Dunster because I don't know what it is about him, whether it's his blonde tips or whatever, but I just think he is a fucking honey. I've swore a lot on this today, sorry. And my other winger, I've gone for Nick Kotrick from the Bulldogs. He's a bad.
Yeah, apparently his last name is said like Chotrich.
Well, it's Kotrick on this show.
Yes. Well, we'll have to look it up one day. That's actually interesting. We have not had any the same yet, and we continue to not have any of the same because my hot boy wingers are Ruben Garrick.
Oh, nice. Yes, that was a very close one for me.
Yep. And I also have Stephen Crichton as he was playing on the wing in the grand final and towards the end of the season.
And he is a babe too. Wow.
I know, he's such a babe.
Imagine if our teams versed each other.
Imagine.
That'd be a fucking hot game.
Imagine. Oh my God.
Good choices.
Yeah. What about your centers?
Centers? Okay. This is hilarious. I've gone for two of the biggest stars in the modern era. I've gone for Latrell Mitchell and into Joseph Manu.
I think they're great picks. They're both very hot, both very good. Makes me my team not really want to verse your team anymore though, because it's pretty hectic centers.
Who have you gone?
I have got Joey Manu, of course. So Joey Manu.
I would have fucking stopped the recording right now if you hadn't picked Joey Manu.
I of course have him, but my other center I have Herbie Farnworth.
Oh, he is a hottie, eh?
Yeah, he definitely is.
That is a good choice.
Yes, he does it for me.
We speak on behalf of every woman, man, Sydney Roosters, NRL player, NRL fan. Joseph Manu probably gets fucking Hot Boy of the Year in my books. And that's kind of hilarious that I had him and Latrell in considering Latrell fucked his face.
Yeah. He was too, like Latrell's a little bit upset that he wasn't quite as hot as Joey.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. All right, let's move into the halves. Now, I have done another slash here, but I'll explain my slash. So
let's start with your number 6.
Yeah, so my 5'8", I've gone Dylan Brown from Parramatta Eels. And for the halfback, this is where my slash comes in. I've gone Sam Walker because I think he's a cute boy.
He's
definitely a cute boy, but I think Nathan Cleary takes the reins.
Yep, I think that's good. I think that Sam Walker is too much of a cute boy to be a hot boy.
Yeah, so he's in that cute boy category where there's potential to get hotter.
Maybe like when he's a bit older.
Yeah, because he's also like fucking 12, so.
Yeah. My number 6, I have also gone Dylan Brown. I think he's such a honey.
He's fucking
and for my 7, I've actually gone Corey Norman.
Corey Norman?
I reckon he's a bit of a babe.
Corey Norman is a honey. Yeah, definitely. And it's bizarre that like no one wants him next year. So I don't know.
Yeah. Obviously hotness alone doesn't get you over the line, maybe.
That's true. Maybe we can reach out to him and he can help us on this podcast or something. Maybe we need like a hot boy, an unwanted hot boy that can sort of help promote this show a little bit better.
That'd be nice. Your props.
Yeah, everything's out of whack on my fucking thing here because I've accidentally gone 6-8 and now it's all out of whack. All right, so my props, I've gone Christian Welsh and I have gone, I'm so confused, Payne Haas.
I like that. I have a slash, which we know is frowned upon on this podcast. When I was putting shit on your slashes, I didn't realize I had a slash myself. So, sorry. But one of them was Payne Haas. He's the outright winner for one of the props. And the other one I had Welch and slash James Fisher-Harris.
Okay, James Fisher-Harris was so fucking close to getting on my list. He looks like the scariest man in the world, but I don't know what it is about him, but I think he is hot property.
Me too. I think I'm just going to go with James Fisher-Harris so that he gets a mention. You know, because he reminds me of
James Fisher-Harris instead of who? Christian Welsh?
Instead of Christian Welsh, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
He reminds me of like Aquaman. I don't know why.
Is Aquaman the dude from
like the one that Jason Momoa plays? So basically he looks like Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Is that the dude from Game of Thrones?
I don't know. Wait, Aquaman.
Yeah. Because
Aquaman. I don't think Aquaman's not on Game of Thrones. Or do you mean the actor?
The actor, you spastic.
I thought that you were saying the thing. I was like, he's clearly not.
Yeah, there's
an
Aquaman in Game of Thrones.
There might be. I've never watched Game of Thrones, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, wow. Beautiful. All right, should we go into our hookers?
Yes, we should. Now let's go to our hookers.
Oh, well, this goes without saying. Harry Grant definitely gets the bickies in my book. Don't you dare.
I don't agree. I actually don't agree. As I've said many times in this show, he is an all right looking boy, but he doesn't do it for me. I don't find him that hot. So for my hooker, I've gone Semi Verrills.
Semi fucking Verrills. Yeah. Even though his eye basically almost fell out in one of the games, I would still find him attractive.
Yeah, he's very hot.
I definitely think Harry Grant's hotter. Sorry. I don't want to fight on this podcast, but
no, we won't. But we will. I'm glad we did our own two lists though. It would have been a real pain in the ass trying to like come down to just like one team between us.
Yeah, that would suck. Alrighty, let's go into our second rowers. Now these ones are good. I've gone Angus Crichton and Jordan Ricky.
Oh, Jordan Ricky is so hot.
Jordan Ricky is so freaking hot. It's not funny. He's almost too pretty to be playing football.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. And Crichton's a honey as well.
Yeah. I'm not like a fan of like the goatee thing that he had going.
Yeah. No, neither.
But yeah, who do you have?
Well, I actually had Crichton, but I forgot about Ricky. I would like to put Ricky in, Jordan Ricky over Crichton. I think Crichton's getting bumped.
Oh, shit.
And my other one is Scott Sorensen.
He is so fucking hot.
He's even hotter than Jordan Ricky probably. He's like one of the hottest men on the planet.
Yes, he's a babe. Actually, when I was like researching this just to try and like figure out who plays
research.
Well, I had to do some research to figure out who plays in what position, and he was a very, very close one. But I'm like, no, Crichton and Ricky are that fucking hot. Like,
nah, he's so like I honestly think he's one of the hottest men. Like,
that's a good choice. I'm very proud. All right,
it's just funny. I was just laughing at the fact that us Googling hot boys on the internet and calling it research.
No, that's what it is.
Mum, I'm just doing some research.
We are. We're always researching shit. All right, let's finish with a bang. So we've got our lock. Again, this one, It's very hard to go past this man. And up there with Joey Manu as one of the sexiest men in rugby league, I have named Victor Radley as my lock.
I have as well.
Of course you have. Because
I know it might be. Oh, so sorry.
I hate Zoom meetings.
There's such a period pain.
You go.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I think it could be controversial because a lot of people would say Cam Murray, but
yeah,
I would argue that they haven't seen Victor Radley's fish pics on Instagram.
When Cam Murray puts up a fucking holding a fish with a shirt with no shirt on a boat, beautiful sunny backdrop, then we might put him in the mix. But I'm so sorry, Victor Radley, you get the bickies there.
Oh, I agree. He's a honey. I actually did just put a 14 in case I didn't know if you were going to do a 14 or not.
Okay, go.
I put Hines as 14. Nico Hines.
Oh, well, I didn't put a 14, so I'm not even going to research anything right now. But yeah, that weird slicked back wet hair vibe, like he is a gorgeous
I like it.
man. He's a gorgeous man. I tell you who else I think is like not normally my type, but I still think is like very cute / hot. Sean Johnson.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
he's a honey.
I definitely think he's a honey, and he potentially he could make next year's team. So every year we should do this at the end of the season.
Yeah.
If we remember.
All
right, so that was our lineup. So what I've already made mine. I'll make Peters tonight. So send me through what you did, and I'll do a little Canva thing because that was fun getting back on the Canva train. We'll go through the rest of the show. Now, last week we talked about any Netflix shows or movies or whatever. Is there anything that's sort of come across your TV screen in the last week that you wanted to discuss or?
Not really. I've been very tired, so I've just been going to bed really early without watching anything. But I have been watching Love Island, which has. Yeah, but I love trashy reality shows.
I'm about trash.
Oh, then you'd like it. Yeah, it's very good. But
it's bizarre because I was so pumped for it, and I kept joking when the ads for it kept coming up. I kept saying to the work boys, "I'm like, you're going to see me on this show. You're going to be watching me on this show as mucking around." And then I've never watched a single episode of it.
Yeah, I didn't watch the very first episode, but I really like it. I love that kind of shit. But yeah, my favorite on there is Big Taku, and he has been just fucked around basically. So that's not good to see.
Well, that's not good for Big Taku. Sorry to hear that, brother.
What about yourself?
Yeah, look, again, I haven't been I haven't found a Netflix show or anything, but the only thing that I've sort of been watching, and I think it's only been airing for 2 days, is the new Bachelorette with Brooke Burton. They're calling her the pansexual. I didn't.
Yeah, I did watch the first episode of that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there was that many different names for gay, straight, lesbian, bi, whatever. But anyway, the pansexual Brooke Burton. And I've been enjoying that. And fuck, it's funny just watching all these guys and girls fight over her. And we were having a yarn last night. We're like who's she gonna pick? Girl or guy? Because these girls are feisty for her. They're thirsty for her.
Dad and I
had to say that on here.
Dad and I had a sneaky little bet, not on anything. He was just I bet you she picks a boy. And I was whatever. Well,
I reckon she'll pick a boy too, but man, she's frothing these chicks, but
yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, Dad was I reckon 100%. And I was oh, whatever. We'll put a couple beers on it or whatever. And I'll say she picks a girl. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched enough of it to know yet, but I did in the first episode. I don't know if you know, there's that carpenter came in and he built her a chair, or they built a chair together, and then he put it in the yard and he was putting it out, and he put all nice pillows and stuff on it so that he could go and have a talk time with Brooke on this chair they built. And then some girl just came in and snaked it and took Brooke all the way out the back to sit on this chair that was his. He was filthy
about it. He was so good.
I would have been filthy too.
Yeah, fuck, man, I've come here. I've knocked this chair up for you.
I literally
Put a-
freaking built this, put all the pillows on it.
I've fucking engineered this chair, popped it in a nice spot, and then this fucking Magoo comes in, this absolute Marge of a woman. Some of them are fucking, yeah. But anyway,
Some of them are Marges. That was a Marge move.
that was a Marge move from her. Again, I don't know any of their names. I don't really get like, again, I have the memory spam of a goldfish, so I don't like know the characters' names and whatnot. But I feel like this is something that I could really get into. Unless it's
maybe
like
we can
SAS
we might do some weekly updates on that. I like that.
Yeah, we could do some weekly updates, unless it's like SAS and I like lose interest after 2 weeks.
I will say I liked the guy that when he did up his chair, there was a girl that told him to do that, like whatever her name was. She was like, mate, if you're going to make her sit on the chair out there, like go and get some cushions and zhuzh it up a bit and make it nice.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, well, that's nice of her because like, you know,
it was just a timber chair.
Yeah, it was just a timber chair, but like it was nice of her to go out of her way to like help him make it nicer sort of thing. Whereas like
I heard another little yarn, which we can spread. I think my mum told me this, that apparently 2 of the contestants or characters, they end up hooking up.
That I always wondered if that would happen.
Man, of all of the reality TV shows that I could go on, I would hate to go on something like that where you've got to like compete for someone. I would love to do like Love Island or fucking Bachelor in Paradise where you just get like pissed all day and sunbake and just like
on Love Island, they're only allowed to have 2 drinks.
Well, another yarn I heard, yeah, you're only allowed 2 drinks an hour. But if you...
No, it's 2 drinks the whole time, I think, on Love Island. I think on Batch in Paradise, it might be an hour.
Well, I don't know if you remember, his name's Tim something, and he had like long, crazy, curly hair. Ice interviewed him, and they were only allowed like 1 or 2 drinks an hour. And what he would do, he'd obviously befriend the producers or whatever and like neck his drink and leave like that much in it and be like, oh, fuck, I've spilt me drink. Can I get a refill? Just to try and like get a sneaky scotch or something. I was like, that is genius.
Hey, I think he was on Batch though. For some reason, it's really strict on Love Island, I've heard.
Look, I won't be going on any of them shows because...
No, I think if I was going to go on any, it would be Geordie Shore if I had to pick one.
Oh, I'd love it if we could go on Geordie Shore together. That'd be so much fun.
That would be so much fun. Essentially, it's just like you get to go out and they pay for it.
Yeah, literally. It'd be so much fun. And then trash the house and you never see them cleaning it up. So
no, I know.
That sounds, yeah. Let's get a Geordie Shore Australia thing going.
Yeah. Broadmeadow Shore.
Fuck yeah, Pent Shore.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to get back to the Pent. We can have an IHM and just fucking rip and tear, and Bender Weather puts it on for us.
Both.
Cheers, us. I just wanted to give a quick Penters Club update. Now, obviously, we're not doing the tipping comp at the moment, so we now have to bore you with our Penters Club, which is between myself, Crab Salter, and Brookie Baby. Petey had a fucking nice little win the other day, so our kitty is slowly building back up.
Slowly building. It's my punt again today, so I'm hoping I can pick some winners.
Yeah, so you're back on the punt. You had a nice little win on Nature Strip. When was that? 6 days ago. So
the winner of the Everest.
Oh, on the Everest. Oh, yeah, well, duh. So basically, if you win back more than you bet, you go again. I'm sure everyone knows how that works. So, Peter, it's your turn again. Good luck leading into it, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Do we want to do our list
tips of the week?
Pardon?
Do you want to do our tips of the week just on the back of...
Yeah, I reckon we do. Well, I was just going to say, we'll do a bit of accountability from last week, and then we'll go into
Yeah, mine won't have happened yet, but let's hear about yours.
I did, yeah. When I was writing these notes, I'm like, Peters isn't going to be until like fucking November.
Yeah.
As for accountability, I put a bet on, if I can find it, because I've been putting a lot of bets on of late. Excuse me, guys. It was Shit, I need to lay off the sports bet. Anyway, I have no idea where it is. But my bet was Miami Dolphins to get up, Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Dallas Cowboys. Anyway, my new favorite team, the Miami Dolphins, let me down, which is an absolute shame. I'm looking in the wrong thing. That's why I can't find it. So, yeah, my tip of the week didn't come off. As we just mentioned, Petey's isn't until about November. So,
like a week or two, yeah.
So yeah, that's excellent to hear. So yeah, now we'll go into this week's tip of the week. We were going to do a potential quaddie, but I think we just scratched that because
might do it next week when we do the potty a bit earlier or something.
Yeah, or we can do a quaddie for like the Melbourne Cup or something.
Yeah.
Because you can't do them for Sundays. I've already done a little bit of research.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. What's your tip of the week this week? And make sure you send all this shit too.
I will send them through. Mine it's a little bit. I've actually got an NBA one and I've got a cricket one.
So are these a combined one or are they?
No, I'll do them separate. So NBA, I've got Celtics to beat the Bucks and Lakers to beat the Nets. If you put them as a multi, it's $6.09 together. I'll be honest, I just pretty much talked to Penel about that. I just thought we haven't really touched on the NBA and some tips for that. He likes a bit on the NBA. We had a yarn. This is what we came up with.
Well, that's fantastic considering I won on the NBA and I have no clue about the NBA.
Neither do I, but I'm here to provide info and money basically to all the lucky punters out there.
All the punters.
Rightio.
We're trying to get people
cricket. Delving into something I enjoy more, I went into a same game multi on the Australia versus South Africa game.
Yep.
So I've got Australia head to head, Aaron Finch, Mitch Marsh, and Quinton de Kock to hit a 6.
Yep.
Mitch Marsh and David Warner to score 20 runs at least. First wicket caught in the first innings, and Oz to score more than 145 runs.
Fuck yeah, that's sexy. That's heaps better than mine.
So I will send that to you and we'll put it up on the page. But yeah, that is sometime this weekend or maybe early next week that game is.
Yeah, just share them to me. I think you can just share bets and then that way I can just copy them onto Canva. Now mine's
okay, cool.
Mine's boring as I definitely haven't gone that crazy. I did put a bet on but for Australia to win the Ashes 5-0, so hopefully that comes off.
Yeah.
But my bet of the week, I've just gone another little random multi because I'm just now that rugby league's over, I just like combining all just random sports together.
I know. It's now that the NRL multis are gone, it's I need to fill the multi void in my life and I just keep putting things together.
Exactly. Well, I've kind of played it safe, except the Dolphins have flapped their way back into my multi. And I think they're coming fucking third last because now I'm trying to research a little bit more about NFL. So I've gone the women's Big Bash Brisbane Heat to beat the Melbourne Stars on Saturday. Is that today?
Yep. It must be today.
Yeah. I've gone the Dolphins to beat Atlanta Falcons on Monday and the New York Knicks to beat the Atlanta Hawks. So that is paying $6.11. So that's my tip of the week. A little juicy multi. Put it whatever you want on it now. Because we're not doing the Penthouse $1 one. Your own discretion is when you whatever you want to put on it. Obviously gamble responsibly and don't come at us if they lose because I will also be upset.
Yeah.
And because the Dolphins just aren't performing at the moment. I need to start watching more shit.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's few of them get up and we can come back in next week as happy punters.
Fucking know. That'd be delightful. All right, we got a couple of listener questions to finish off.
Yes.
Where do we find these?
Do you want me to go on? Rightio.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
The first one is from...
There actually is an easier way to find them. There we go.
Liz. If you could play sport professionally, what sport would you pick? This is also based on the premise that there would be equal pay across all sports. I mean, It's hard to say, isn't it? Because like I love footy, but
Pretty
it
battering
also
on the body, but
yeah. You know what? I would like to be a man playing NRL. I feel like the Australia is their oyster, not the
Yeah.
world, but Australia is their oyster. They can do whatever
love
they
oysters.
want. Like they live such a good life.
look, if I could play any sport professionally, it would 100% be legal union, purely because I just fucking love football so much.
Yeah.
But based on Liz 91's question, if I could play a sport professionally based on like equality and
Equal pay.
pays and whatnot, I would love to be a professional golfer because
Yeah.
that is not taxing. Well, it would be taxing on the body, but like that is big coin, and you do a lot of walking around, and it just does. I just don't think it would hurt as much the next day.
Yeah. Golf would be a good one. That's what I was thinking. There's a few different ones. Like
Or lawn bowls.
it's hard, isn't it? It would be nice for sort of like something where you don't have to train like hectically, like darts or something.
Oh, darts would be fuck. We should go to the darts one time.
Oh, it's so good. I love watching the darts, honestly. But I
They
always
get up for
feel
the
like
darts.
fucking I get up for the darts.
They
Like,
get up for the darts.
but like none of the darts players have jobs. Like that's their job. So I'm like, that's pretty sick. I should have got
No,
good at that.
Basically, to answer Liz's question is any sport that will pay us enough money for us to not work.
But like probably footy because I like footy, but also like wouldn't be mad if I was a professional darts player.
Yeah, fucking oath. Imagine just like rocking up to a barbecue and just like
180.
they fucking carry on for that. I love it.
It's so good.
Big P, Purnell, Peter's partner, Crab's partner. Paul Momorowski to the Chooks next season. Goodbye.
100%.
Is that like goodbye or goodbye?
I think it's like goodbye.
Yeah, be more specific with your goodbyes, please, Big P.
No.
I'm kidding.
I definitely think that is a goodbye. I think he's super like a good, young, reliable. Like I think he's a pretty good player. So he'll be handy to have there, and I don't think he'll be that expensive.
I'm just quickly researching something as we speak.
And he has he's got winning about him. It's about him because he played it for the Panthers this year and they won. He was also in the squad for the Storm squad when they won the premiership the year before.
Yeah, and he used to play for the Roosters. I knew he used to play for the Roosters a couple of years ago. So he played 2 games for the Roosters back in 2018. Then he went to Tigers and then, Storm, Penrith, and then back to us. So he's obviously come from excellent systems and, like you said, winning cultures and kind of been around the game for a little bit. Doesn't seem to be much like rat bag about him.
He just seems to get in and do his work. So I think that'll be really good.
What is he? What position is he?
Center. Or he was playing center. Yeah.
So who will he?
Well, it just depends. I guess we don't know who's going to be
we don't know.
Still at the Chooks.
When we
it's a year away. It's sort of weird that he's signed already with us for like next year, don't you reckon?
No, well, heaps of people are like signing, I guess.
I guess so.
I guess stranger things have happened. I mean, petrol's $1.80.
That is stranger. Anyway, Paul Morosky, we welcome him fondly. Is that the right word?
We welcome him with open arms. Welcome to
big open arms.
We'll see you at the Leagues Club, baby. You want to go to the next one?
Yeah, well, the next one is from Nilso from What's New in the Cast. And he said, why does Peter keep letting the podcast down? She's like our Campbell. And I'd like to say, I think that this post made me look like a bit of a bitch because it says Crevitt is hopeless. But I would like everyone to know that she did write that post. I didn't write a post bagging her on our Instagram. And also the other part of this question that kind of wigs me out is he said that she's like I'm like their Campbell, which if I hadn't have read the first part of the question, I would have assumed was a compliment, as Campbell seems to be the one holding up the show over there at What's New in the Castle. So I don't know. He actually called me the Bryn Edelston the other day too, which I thought was a bit harsh.
She was the first bitch on SAS that got like kicked out as well.
I know. I feel like that's
Which is
harsh.
hilarious because I think you would have lasted longer in SAS than I would have. I would have got to that balance beam thing and went, nah, fuck that. Take my fucking tag. See you later.
Yeah. But anyway,
why do you keep letting the podcast down?
Look, I'm not sure exactly what this is in relation to, but I will try and be better. Sorry, Nilso. But yeah, as far as the beef with me, I also think, yeah, reach out Campbell, because I feel like we're both getting shit on here.
Let me just preface it. I actually wrote that post because it's usually me who fucks up the times, and because it's not me fucking up the times. It's just my work benders are always just all over the place, and
yeah,
it's hard for us to sometimes, like, we can never have like a set date that we can have this out on. Hence why we do it on Saturdays sometimes.
Yeah.
But I actually wrote that post, which made it even more funnier. And then you copped shit for it, which, yeah, I love it.
I know. I was like, it looks like I'm just ripping on Crab, and I was like, I didn't even do anything. But anyway, we got here in the end, and yeah, don't know. Be better. Don't listen if you don't want it. Don't want it, Nilso.
Friend of the show, Carla Anderson. What's your beef with the Tigers? I
actually said a nice thing about the Tigers just this episode, so.
Look, all I'll say, Carla, we'll keep this short and sweet. We have a back catalogue. Go back and listen from episode 1 and all the way up to this one, and then that's what you'll know. That's all I'll say.
Look, we can't help it. But I did say a nice thing. I said a nice thing earlier this podcast, so you're welcome, Tigers fans.
You can... Yeah, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Yep.
Slacky. Our boy Slacky. We love Slacky. He makes
most
hilarious little like posters and graphic design stuff. Check him out on Instagram. He's a top bloke. Never met him, and we should definitely get him on the podcast for a yarn one day.
Yeah, he sounds cool.
What did he say? What are your fave podcasts besides Fun Fresh and Footy? Well, that's a bit hard to answer, but considering this is my favorite podcast.
This is obviously my favorite, but I will say I am a big fan of the Hello Sport Boys, and their About Even podcast as well is also very good. The one when they were doing it with Kempy was also freaking hilarious. And aside from that, I don't mind the Maddie Johns podcast. I like that family dynamic they have when they're all in there. I enjoy that one.
So basically any podcast about football, I get up and about. Yeah, I'm Hello Sport. I love that About Evens now on
oh my goodness. Shout out to them, because I just can't get around to watching a YouTube video of it because I'm doing things all the time. Like, I just need something in my ears where I can just listen to it and walk or whatever.
Yeah, no, I much prefer it now being the same, because like if I'm off, I'll just cruise, like I'm bored, work bender's over, I'll sit there and watch it. But again,
and like it is better to consume it. Like most things are better to consume visually, so they do look good and stuff. But like when you run out of time, like it's just nice to have the option to just listen to it.
Hey, hold on one sec. Mum and Dad aren't here. My brother and his son just turned up.
His ginormous son.
I also love the Maddie Johns one. Good. Oh, fuck. Hey, Gus. Get down. I love the Good Bitch podcast too. If there's any women out there that like listening to two Kiwi birds just absolutely dribble shit. They actually talk about a lot of like cool, important topics as well, but fuck, they're so funny. I like I love Neil So and Campbell's one, What's New in the Castle. They talk some funny shit as well. Who else? I love Bloke in a Bar, especially the Hello Sport one. And yeah, I don't really listen to too much intelligent stuff.
Nah, neither. I should.
Heaps of health and fitness ones and money podcasts, but then
it's just like boring, eh?
Now I don't.
I know. I tried to listen to a factual one once and I was like, ugh, this is so hard.
Boring. But yeah, that's pretty much what we listen to.
Yeah, I was thinking of actually on the Maddie Johns podcast, he was recommending this history podcast. I'm thinking I might hit that up. Forget what it was called. Something. But anyway, I think I'm going to hit that up because it's
Probably
apparently
won't
in small bite-sized parts. And I'm like, that would be good. And I do like history.
Nerd. No, I'm kidding.
We have one last question from Ern, friend of the show, Ern. She said, how is Miss Frankie doing? I miss that girl. Frankie is doing great. She's living her life.
Let's just clarify, who is Frankie for our listeners that may not know?
Oh, Frankie, forget that we have more than just the 11 people that I know that listen to this. Frankie is my dog, my little rat dog. She is 5 years old and she is the cutest girl in the world.
She is the cutest girl in the world.
She's just living it up here in Maxwell. Like, she's loving it. She's got a big yard. We went out to the beach yesterday, went for a swim. Like, she's been for a few little dips. She comes and lays by the pool with me. She jumps in the pool when it's hot. She's having a ball, and she's getting all the bones from mum and dad's meat. Like, that's not something, like, I'll buy her bones sometimes, but, you know, she doesn't get them that often from me, obviously being a vegetarian. So she's loving it.
Living it. I just wanted to quickly touch on a yarn about our friend Frank. So we were having a conversation once, Peter and myself, and I was just like, oh, aren't you a good mum to Frankie or whatever? Or what's it like being a mum to this beautiful little puppy dog? And your reply was, I'm not her mum. She's my best mate. Like, we're just friends.
She is.
I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, I have 2 Pomeranians and they're my children. And you're like, oh, no, we're just friends. I was like, you are fucking weird.
She is. She's just a good mate.
She's just a good bloody mate.
She's a great dog, though. Not my daughter, but she's great. But actually, the other thing is she likes it here because where we walk in the morning, Dad and I have been walking every morning, and where we walk, I can have her off leash like the whole time. So she's just loving, like, it's down past the river. So she goes into the mangroves and checks out the bushes and shit every morning. So she's been enjoying that.
Oh, good on her. Well, I'm glad that she's living her best life. I'm glad everyone in Maxville's living their best life. I can't wait until I'm up in Maxville with everyone. They better look after me as much as they fucking look after you.
They will. You haven't been to Maxwell, have you?
No, I haven't, and I'm purposely not filling my car up when I get there either. So,
so that's how I can save you.
So I'm gonna go like break down just as I'm like turning into your street and be like, Anyway, those questions were great, guys.
Thank you for sending them in.
The weirder, the better. We love them, and obviously, this whole podcast itself is weird and off topic and dribbly as anything. I don't really know what else there is to talk about other than just stay healthy and fit and whatnot. I really need to get my computer fixed. So hopefully I can get that done like this week. And Peter and I will be in Fascinators and dolled up to the nine.
Is that next week?
Well, if we do it next week in the lead up to, because, we've got a week between Melbourne Cup. So if we do it sometime next week, then... yeah, we'll figure something out.
Okay.
If we remember.
Message me. Yeah.
if we remember. On that note, Peter, as always, this has been fantastic. I hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend, having a dip and whatever else.
Yes, you too. I hope you get some good sleep in and it's not boiling hot.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm going to go and edit this and have something for lunch and go to bed.
True. Like, I think I'm going out for lunch with Mum.
God, you have it good. All right. Anything else from you, my friend?
I think that's it for the week.
For the week. All right. Well, Crab and Ash out for another week. See you guys. Thank you very much.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough.